Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating model for turning, well, total confusion into actual creation. It's called the SNS roadmap, and it basically lays out a journey that starts in a place we're usually told to run from, chaos, and ends with some incredible innovation. Let's see how it all works. Every big journey, every game-changing idea, it doesn't start with a perfect, neat little plan. Nope. It starts right here, in chaos. It's a feeling we have all been through. I'm talking about those moments of friction, that confusion, when you're staring into the unknown and the questions they don't stop coming. But here's the twist. The SNS roadmap says this isn't a bad thing. It's actually something you need to lean into. So what if that feeling of being totally and completely lost is actually the real starting line for building something new? That's the big idea we're going to explore today. Okay, so how in the world do you navigate all this chaos? Well, it all starts with building a super strong foundation. And this isn't just about a new process, it's a whole different philosophy for how we tackle problems right from the get-go. The SNS roadmap completely reframes what chaos and challenge even means. See, it's not a setback, it's the engine. All that friction and frustration, that's the stuff that sparks curiosity. It forces us to question everything we thought we knew. It's the essential first step. In this approach, it turns traditional learning on its head. So instead of just sitting through passive lectures, memorizing stuff just to stay in our comfort zone, design thinking is all about action. It's about solving real-world problems. It's built to turn those messy challenges into amazing opportunities for growth. And this isn't some vague, abstract concept. It's a legit, structured method. Design thinking gives you a 5-step playbook. You start by really empathizing with students' needs. Then you define what the real problem is. Brainstorm a ton of new solutions, build a quick prototype, and finally, you test it out and see what you learn. It's a clear path right through the middle of the chaos. All right, so with that foundation in place, the very next step is to build a solid framework and a culture that actually supports this new way of thinking. This is how you get a whole community fired up about innovation. And at the very heart of this is something called the 3P culture. It's so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It makes sure everyone is on the same page about the why, that's the purpose, the how, the process, and the who, the people. When everyone's aligned like that, collaboration just clicks. Then, building on that culture, you have the 3C framework, which gets specific about the skills you need to succeed. It's a perfect balance of attitude, so being curious and accountable, logic, being able to think things through clearly, and technique, having those essential hands-on skills for the modern world. This is what gets students ready for whatever comes their way. And all of this is held up by 5 key pillars of support. These make sure that nobody is on this journey by themselves. There's dedicated support for everything from teaching and learning to career development, creativity, and even social responsibility. And then there's Spine. Think of it as the connective tissue for the whole thing. It's a network of clubs for health, hobbies, and sports. Now, you might be wondering, what does that have to do with innovation? Well, everything. Great ideas don't come from burnout. They come from balance, well-being, and a really strong community. Okay, so the foundation is laid, the culture is built. Now we get to the really fun part, putting all these ideas into action and sparking some real growth and innovation. This is where all that potential starts turning into reality. What drives this is the Innovation 7+7 model. You can think of it like a constant heartbeat of experimentation. It creates this rhythm of discovery by mixing new teaching methods with hands-on research and projects. It ensures learning is never static. It's always moving forward. And of course, a huge piece of this is leaning into AI. Generative AI isn't just an add-on here. It's woven into the very fabric of learning, into teaching, into projects, even into hackathons. The whole point is to get every single learner ready for a world that's powered by AI. So what's the end result of all of this? Well, the goal is to create certified, industry-ready talent in all the key sectors. It's about producing graduates who aren't just book smart, but are truly competent, confident professionals, ready to go out and make a real impact. This all brings us to the final and, I'd say, most ambitious phase of the roadmap. This is where the whole journey comes together in this incredible vision of excellence. And, you guessed it, creation. Progress isn't just left up to chance. It's tracked with these really clear, measurable goals called OKRs. And by using gamification, the journey itself becomes super motivating. You're celebrating every win along the way, which just reinforces that excellence isn't a final destination. It's a continuous journey. But what is this all for? What's the ultimate thing that this entire, carefully crafted roadmap is building towards? Well, it's a vision that is seriously bold. 1,000. The goal is to generate 1,000 AI startups. I mean, that number is staggering, right? But it represents the ultimate payoff of this entire process, turning learners into creators and innovators at a massive scale. And look, this isn't some short-term fantasy. It's a 10-year mission. It's designed to systematically turn the ideas of today into the impactful companies of tomorrow, all leading up to that incredible ecosystem of 1,000 AI-driven startups. So what makes a massive goal like that feel even remotely possible? It all comes down to a deeply held growth mindset. It's that core belief that challenges are just opportunities in disguise, and that with hard work and collaboration, pretty much anything is possible. So when you zoom out, the SNS roadmap is so much more than a chart or a process. It's a narrative. It's a shared story that shows a clear, repeatable path from the messy, chaotic start of an idea all the way to its final powerful creation. And that leaves us with a really powerful thought to end on. This whole thing is a model for redesigning education. But if we can fundamentally rethink something that big and that complex, what else is possible? What other systems out there are just waiting for their own journey from chaos to creation?